Hello everyone. It's been a while, but welcome to another Gravy Valheim stream. Um Apologies to anybody who has missed me in the past week or so. Uh I've mentioned a little bit before last week that I was sick and I ended up going to the hospital and then having an unexpected hospital visit for like 4 days. So that was fun. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun at all. But yeah, so now I am back home. I'm still kind of in recovery. Go figure, there's my medicine delivery. Alright, hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. Unfortunate timing has basically been predominantly what has been going on with all of this medical business. But anyways, that's not what you're here for, right? Where are my empty jugs? I should have like a couple more empty jugs if I remember correctly. Okay, so it's been a little while, so I'm gonna need a second here to kind of catch myself back up on what was going on. I think last time we were working on the house and we got the main structure of it done for the most part. We were still working a little bit on the, what do you call it? Not, I guess chimney, but chimney equivalent. Some other word for chimney, I think. I don't know. We are basically working on the chimney though. Huh, I really don't remember what happened to my water jugs. I should have at least one more though. Like, it's really weird. Like, I should have some empty water jugs. Oh, well, I don't know. Ah, there they are. Okay, I just had them inside. Fair enough. And this is why we need to work on the storage system today. So that I know what the heck is going on. Okay. I also need to start my little music. Alright. We have lots of carrots. We don't really have much bouillon. We can make some bouillon. Can also make some Queen's Jam, but yeah, all of our carrots kind of bit the dust, huh? Do we have more carrot seeds? I feel like I was a little low on those last time I checked. Everything kind of turned into a big old mess. Okay, let's see. Oh, those are deer trophy, and this is a... Oh, this is a Filja trophy. Right, I think I wanted to hang that up because it seemed cool. Okay, here's a little bit of our overflow stuff. Hi, Kina. And apparently we need some more water jugs. I'm okay. There's actually a lot of trouble with trying to secure one of the medications for helping me or whatever. So that actually just got like delivered today, but I basically missed 2 days of medication. So it's well, could be better. Could be worse, I think, but medication just got delivered to me and I just took it, so better late than never though. Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully it's not going to cause any issues. I'm actually taking like 2 medications, so it's like hopefully the 2 don't have any issues interacting with each other or anything like that, and you know, hopefully no more complications. Complications are bad. I'm not even gonna claim to know what the name is. I didn't actually really check it. They told me once over the phone. Because the doctors were originally going to give me one thing, but because it's like an expensive medicine, the insurance didn't want to cover it. So they basically, you know, made a big old fuss about it. And then after the pharmacy and the doctor kind of went back and forth over a couple of days, they gave an alternate thing. Oh. I thought I mentioned that already in like Disc. Or are you just trying to get me to announce to everybody in the world what I got? Not that it's really that like embarrassing or anything, but alright, well, don't get colitis, everybody. Colitis is no fun, let me tell you. Take it from your friendly neighborhood rabbit. Colitis no good. Make sure that you're not consuming all of the processed foods and drinking all the energy drinks. Make sure that you're physically active and not sitting in a chair for like 8 hours straight. Don't copy me. The me of old. Alright, so we need to fill in this section here on both sides. We also need to figure out what this is going to look like on the top side. Yeah, that's a thing. Since I've been out of work for a good long while, it means that I kind of started letting myself slip and get complacent. Probably isn't the right word, but kind of complacent. I also kind of forgot that we had these wood ladder things. We didn't actually need this intricate staircase here. Although I like the look of the staircase, but we could have literally just put like a ladder in. That's the other thing. Okay, right. We need to farm fine wood because my plan was to put in these nice floorings here. I think we were going to do the purple one. Yeah. So we need bronze nails and fine wood, but we need a lot of it. Alright. I guess we'll start with a little bit of fine wood farming. Roam around and go try to find some birches. And we do have a few of them around here. Is that a bear? was Grayling Beekeeper. It's so weird, like, because I played, you know, Valheim several times a day, or several times a week, you know, like, every week for basically since February. It feels really weird having not played Valheim in, like, the past week and a half or so. I'm not even sure when the last stream was, to be honest. My hospital visit was kind of wild, like, it wasn't like that wild, like nothing super crazy happened or anything, but it was like, I just lost track of time, like, while I was in there. I don't know about that, but trying to get back into the swing of things is gonna be, like, my pacing's a little bit off. I've been lagging like a day behind, like, since before I got home. 6 days ago? Really? Was it last Tuesday? I guess it would have been last... Yeah, it would have been last Tuesday, huh? Yeah, because Wednesday was my... Oh, that's random. Got a root. Right. Yeah, because Wednesday would have been my off day for D&D. I took that day off from D&D because I wasn't feeling very well, and I was just sleeping, and then that night was when I went to the hospital. Yeah, and then I was in the hospital until Saturday. It's a piggy. Hey, little piggy. So definitely not a long hospital visit as far as long hospital visits go, but like I've never really done more than I think like an overnight stay at a hospital. So like being in there for several days was very like disorienting. It's very new to me. But yeah, so the future of the stream is kind of up in the air right now. My plan is probably just to kind of stick with the format that we were doing last week, where we might just be doing like a couple hours short streams, because I need to be spending more time like kind of unplugged from online, I think. I really gotta, you know, get a good grip on my health and keep it in check, so it's a little unfortunate because, you know, like I kind of liked the format where we were having like, you know, nice long 6, 7, 8 hour streams and getting lots of stuff done, but it's probably for the best anyways. Like, kind of out of run ideas for the most part right now, right? So it's like we had the throwing run, and then we're starting to do this, which is just kind of like a mod pack, checking out some overhaul mods and stuff, but well, at least one of the dogs, yes. We do have a kind of we do have a bit of a chunky girl who doesn't get enough exercise, much like myself, so the idea is kind of like, once I feel like I'm in a little bit of a better state, I should be spending a little bit more time with her and taking her out on walks. But honestly, like even just like getting back from home and like starting to readjust to eating food and stuff is it's been taking a lot out of me. Long story short, which is part of the reason I didn't stream yesterday. Other part being that like the first half of my day was getting up early and then going for my follow-up checkup. It took a very long while. I think I ended up just like coming home and kind of crashing out, honestly. And by crashing out, I don't mean getting upset and trying to fight somebody. Because apparently that's a thing. I grew up, anytime I heard somebody talking about like crashing out, it was always in reference to, oh, like I'm gonna go home and, you know, sleep, or, you know, knock out, pass out, etc., etc. And then like the other day I was talking to a friend and I was like, oh, I'm probably gonna do this and then like go crash out, and they're like, what? Who are you gonna be fighting? I was like, what? They're like, yeah, like crashing out means that you're like getting angry and try to fight people. And I was like, what? I've literally never heard of this before. This must not be a thing from my part of the world. Yeah, I'm not actually on social media much for social media things. I watch like video game like plays and playthroughs and stuff like that, so guess I'm just not very caught up on my lingo. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm used to. Like that would make sense to me. Angry noises of a piggy, but I'm not getting attacked. So well, I say piggy, but it probably is a piggy. I'm gonna say, hearing angry boar noises, but nothing coming to attack me probably means it's just a piggy getting scared. We'll say though, this is a really nice little relaxing slowdown to how fast-paced and kind of all over the place my life has been for the past week. Oh, I'm sorry, I only half read the hospital smell comment until right now. Yeah, I get that. I've been in hospitals that have that smell. Thankfully for me, I guess, the hospital that I was at, didn't really have anything like that. Like, kind of surprisingly now that I think about it, because it wasn't something that like really clicked, but it's like, oh yeah, that like hospital smell of like, you know, different like cleaning products and disinfectants and stuff was like non-present. I don't think we can get this nickel yet, but we'll work on that. Not really sure what we need. Like, we don't really need nickel right now. We haven't been... I think we have a little bit of nickel, but we haven't really found anything to do with it yet. Hey Sue, how you doing? You know what? Our axe will probably break before we finish that tree. Let's go ahead and head back and repair and probably get some sleep in. Okay, so we don't have instantly repair, or we don't have like instant repair when we interact with a workbench. But I only had to click like one time and it repaired everything, so that's good to know. This looked like a bright patch where there might have been mint. There was no mint. Yes, and our apple trees. How are our apple trees doing? Saplings are healthy. Good. The pen is working. Okay, so willow seeds, apple seeds, and birch seeds. We do not want over here. Hey! Hey, none of that. No, 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 no. Yeah, see what happens? Now your head goes in here. Boar's always trying to break my stuff. Okay. Focus up. Apple seeds. Let's grab those. What we want to do is make sure that all the seeds that can be swiped by trying to make this bird seed in the cauldron are nowhere near the cauldron. That is the plan. Wasn't super important to me before, but I think we can do that now. My plan is to consolidate them somewhere else. The cauldron is going to end up over here eventually, right? Because like that's going to be our cooking fireplace, whatever nonsense. So the cauldron will end up in here. So we'll end up leaving the seeds back out here near our gardens and such. But for right now, I need them out of the way. That's out of the way, right? Okay, are there any other seeds this is gonna rip from us? No. Okay. Weird. Tall grass seeds. For some reason it doesn't want to like pull those. Okay, now it's working. That's really peculiar. I don't know what's going on there. Game's being weird. Because I remember I literally had like the tall grass seeds in my inventory, and then like it would pull seeds out of the containers to craft these bags of seed instead of putting them into my inventory. Also, apparently I had a bunch. What the heck? Why didn't I use this? I'm so confused. Alright, well anyways. Alright, well, the birds are happy, so that's good. Good for them. So they can keep producing me feathers, which I think is a good use of our tall grass seeds. I don't know what much else we're going to do with them, so... surely there's boar meat in here somewhere. Alright, more fine wood and probably more regular wood is what we need right now. Mostly. Also do want to keep hunting animals. The more animals we get, or if we keep hunting animals, we have more chances at trophies. Trophies equals more, you know, compost stuff, so that we can keep making more trees and special plants and all that jazz. All useful stuff. I gotta not get too distracted from my main mission here, though. Gotta keep focusing on the trees as much as we can. Eventually we're going to have to explore some more. And I do remember that we need to go put a portal system up by the Elder, or yeah, up by the Elder as well. Nice, peaceful, quiet, calm collecting. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the game. Really do just kind of enjoy chopping down some trees, doing some basic hunting. Not really too worried about much of anything. Still don't know exactly what we're gonna do up here though. These roof pieces are definitely a slightly different angle than most other pieces in the game are, so makes things a little awkward. Just a little bit. Can't even see like what that's snapping to, or where. We might like freehand some of this a little bit, do some weird business. Have some clipping issues, but maybe it won't be that big of a deal. gonna say, like, why do these look so weird? Me. Well, those are kind of cool. I like those. Really weird snapping points, though. Might be something we can work with, though. You know, this could be something we could work with, too, actually. We can, well, it doesn't want to snap into place here, but... Yeah, eventually we gotta get a big old perimeter fence too. It's gonna be a while. Alright, let's drop off what we have here. Our little base camp is very bad. Definitely needs work. That's okay. That'll be the point of the storage system. But we just gotta actually get it made. Okay, so this can go in here. Stag trophy can go in the compost pile. Don't remember where we have enriched soil. Probably over here, to be honest. Yeah, okay. Water jug. Did I fill up a full stack of deer hide? Is that what happened? Or is it in the house? No, that was like the first chest that I tried to empty into, right? Yeah, full. Okay. Okay. So then, those are wooden nails. We need bronze nails. Do we have any left? That's kind of the question, isn't it? We have a bunch. Sweet. That helps a lot. Okay, so. We want these roof pieces, I think. And we're going to use them as stairs. Stairs? No, floor. We're going to use them as a floor. Don't mind me. My brain is addled. I don't know what's going on ever. Oh, that's fun. You can actually do like little curved corners and stuff. I don't have enough experience with all these pieces to really do anything super fun and fancy though, so what are we thinking? Do we like this better? Or this better? Not actually sure. I feel like this makes a lot more sense, actually. Just the way that it all lined up. So let's go ahead. Let's go with that. Yeah, I think that works better. Okay. I have no idea if we actually have enough materials for this. I'm just gonna start working it all in. I know a lot of people don't necessarily really like green as a color, but it being one of my favorites, this is very pretty, in my opinion. But, you know. Yep, kind of figured. We're going to be short on the bronze nails. I'm not even sure how many bronze nails we just burned through. I think it was like 70 or 80 or something like that. So we're gonna probably end up using maybe like 8 more bronze or something in total. be my guess to finish this. Start with like 4 and we'll do like 80 bronze nails and see how far that gets us. I suppose it doesn't theoretically have to be like the entire length of the house for the second floor, but it's probably what I'm going to aim for. We'll have to see what we can do about like the gaps basically that are going to be caused by the fireplace. Might not even be that big of an issue, and we honestly might just do something as simple as putting in like a railing, maybe like the wood railing. Okay, I got most of it. So maybe with the last couple of bronze we have, that'll be enough nails. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 times 4 is a bit. What is that, like 60, 64? Yeah, so my estimate of like 8 bronze or 160 nails was pretty close. Okay, so we need okay, maybe not that much. We need all of that. Is coal in range for the forge? No. I don't know where coal is. I don't remember where I'm keeping the coal. There we go. Alright, let's go with that for right now. Put all of our metals away. Like I said, we have nickel. I just don't know what the heck we're gonna do with it right now, so we're just holding on to it. Figure it out later. So I'll put the seeds away. Alright, so as long as my counting wasn't... as long as my math wasn't dumb. My math was a little dumb. These pieces are not necessarily the cheapest pieces in existence, but they kind of look nice and they're new, so I want to use them. Alright, boom. Let's put away the fine wood, grab normal wood, bronze nails away, wooden nails out. Really surprised that that node is still there and popping up, to be honest. Okay, where is my image reference? We'll probably have to sleep here in a second, but you kind of get an idea of what I'm doing here. So I'm kind of thinking over the doorway, we might do... maybe something like this, and then flipped over here. That'll be over top. What other options we got? Could also simply just not that piece. That piece is not right. That piece is too small. Why are these pieces so small? Maybe a little too extravagant. Maybe. So I want this piece, but like in green. Is that this one? It is that one. Maybe a little too big. It's like not quite enough slope. That sounded weird. Not enough slope. Something like that's fine. And then where were those really nice wood pillars? Is it this one? I think it is this one. That doesn't quite line up very well though, does it? You know what? It's not bad being a little bit over. I think that's fine. I like this. I just kind of wish that we could have it sideways here, actually. I think that would actually fit really nice in there sideways. Do we have any other, like, maybe little decoration or little interesting patterned things? Something like that, but is there an upside down version? That's way too big. What is this? Oh, it's one of these pieces. Okay, not what I'm looking for. I don't really see anything that's particularly great, so. Maybe we can do like a different type of a thing, like there might be something that would look kind of good in there that would be interesting, but there's not a lot of pieces that are particularly like tiny, right? Most of them are pretty large. Definitely don't want that. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I might just do something like really simple, actually. End up doing something like this and just putting a lantern or lamp or something like that on there. I feel like sconces would be really nice on these pillars here. Our trees. they're probably to the point where they probably don't need this fence anymore. They're kind of past like the one tap stage. So let's go ahead and give them some breathing and growing room. Not that I think they need the growing room or with how they are, but that fence was just temporary to protect the little baby saplings. So yeah, those should be giving us apples soon. I still don't know what's up with this apple tree. Like, I don't know if it's gonna regrow its apples, or if we're supposed to chop it down and like replant it. But I guess we'll find out soon. Been kind of letting it chill there for the past few days, so if it doesn't like... Wait, did it refresh its apples last session? I don't remember. It might have. If anybody remembers, let me know. I might have to go back and like watch my footage from last week. Yeah. I mean, I would have pointed it out, I think, if I noticed that it had restocked apples. But yeah, I'd have to like go back through the footage and then try to find out where I would have checked that and been like, oh yeah, here's what happened. Oh. That's random. Just a random beach sapling that's trying to grow for some reason. That does sound very relaxing. Give in to the sleep, Kina. You know what? I really need to start fixing my posture. I normally kind of like curl up like one of my legs and like sit on it basically, like while I'm sitting in my chair, and I need to stop doing that. It's so bad for me. Say that the earlier you go to sleep, the earlier you can get up and enjoy more of the day, but I suppose with work schedules it doesn't necessarily always pan out like that, does it? Well slept. Alright, let's lock in here. Wooden nails, wood, more wood. Let's head upstairs. Alright, so we have our little, I guess awning is what we'll call this. I definitely want something of a little window here. Not sure exactly how I want to frame that, but I definitely think this is probably like the right height that I want for it. Then what? Probably a window here too. So we'll have something like that basically. And then that would be this piece here. This piece that fits in there. This will be interesting. Oh no, what did I just break? Oh, I know what I just broke. The wrong thing, that's what I broke. You know, it might be convenient to like knock out one of these pieces or something and just have a ladder where I can just go straight upstairs if I want to instead of running all the way around, but... eh. Okay, so for how I actually want this window to end up looking, I don't know. I know that I want it here, I just don't know what it's supposed to look like. Not that. Nor that. Huh. It's a weird piece. You know what? This actually kind of fits the design for the image that we have. Yeah. You know what? I kind of like that, actually. We might do like a piece here and then have this part of the window kind of like raised up. Ooh, we can use this piece. Okay, hold on. Cooking, cooking. I kinda dig it. I kinda like it, guys. I feel like it's not quite as necessarily open as I might like it, per se, but I mean, it gives us a pretty good view outside. Yeah, I'm not against it. I do feel like, though, I wish that we had the ashwood. The ashwood piece to go in here. Ooh. That comes together a little bit better, doesn't it? Why does this piece not have an upside down version? Probably because it's intended to be used with a mod that allows you to rotate all of your pieces in whatever way that you want. Would be my guess. That would make a lot of sense. Oh boy. Okay. So, next thing is these bad boys. How do I want to do this? Because there's this curved version, but there's also just this straight one, so I could just do the straight ones all the way around, which might make a lot more sense with the kind of shape that we've got going on here. Yeah, no, I mean, that kind of works, honestly. And then there were these curved pieces, right? Can't see it, but there we go. I was gonna say, how badly does that clip in there, but honestly it doesn't look like you can clip it in there. You definitely can. Filling in this gap might be a little wonky. But maybe we don't really need to fill in this gap so much. But just maybe. Getting a little bit of a curve there in the corners might help it a little bit. Okay, let's actually get the fine wood out of the box. Thought I heard something breaking something. Alright, so if there's no apples on this tree, by the time that these trees are done growing their apples, then yeah, I might need to consider chopping that tree down. I think it's fine for right now. Back to the task at hand. I don't necessarily hate that. Let's see what it looks like from up top. Maybe we want to flip it. Or maybe just kind of double up on it. I'm not really sure. I feel like there should be multiple snapping points here, but it doesn't really seem like it wants to snap into any of them particularly well. Let's try that. It's a little weird from the underside. Nothing too terrible, at the very least. Topside's interesting. I don't hate it. We probably won't even really notice this gap for the most part anyways, especially if we put up some like extra decorations and stuff, so probably worrying about it a little bit more than I need to. Probably. Okay, cool piece, not what we're looking for right now, but I do like it. this is something I'm kind of interested in, making like a little V-shaped opening window type thingy, but eh. Get a little bit of trim up in here, because why not? Yeah, that's a little too harsh. Oh, that kind of creates the shape that I wanted, isn't it? Very nice. Okay. And then, so if we take this piece, go like that. It's a little, doesn't, it's like it lines up well, kinda, but it looks really intrusive on the window, right? Although, so if we do that, then we can do our window trim here. We'll just do manual trims. Yeah, alright. I dig it. Oh, not that piece. Need that piece, but in that rotation. Oh no, is it not going to line up properly on this side? Oh, come on. Why is it different on this side? I'm getting scammed. It's a little bit of a bummer. It's not because of something weird like this piece being in there or something, is it? Weird, I don't know. It's like so close. Like I almost have like a little point to put it in here somewhere. But I need it to like sink in. Game where you like this. still a little bit off. I'm not really sure exactly where the piece is that or like how to angle this properly. Maybe if I break this, it'll give me a little bit more wiggle room. That looks about right, right? It's gonna be a little bit off, but I think that's okay. Okay, and then I had one of these in here. I mean, the symmetry is there. It's not as neat as this side, but I mean, it works. Alright, so then we just need to do our manual trim on this window. Struggle is real. Wait, why does this line up so much better? What did I do different? I'm not sure exactly what I did. I must have like actually lined them up properly instead of so that it's like four pieces that are kind of like a little bit longer on like one side, if that makes sense. Let me try to get in here and see what's going on. Yeah, so like what I think I did here was I ended up like kind of touching the corners, right? And that was how I did it. So it's like there's not really overlaps in these little corner sections. But then for this one, I put this piece a little bit more over, so it's like going past the window side. So that allows this piece to like touch it, go down here, push further under the window. So then this piece, and it just creates like a fluid, you know, like a fluid frame instead of leaving these little corner gaps. That's what happened. Okay. So if that's the case, I guess I should probably replicate that, because I think I like that a little bit better. I think I like that a little bit better. Not 100% sure. Yeah, so then we go right in there. Back to the underside. Well, it doesn't seem to be working very well on this side, and I'm not sure why. Like, this should be like this, but it's not quite reaching far enough, is it? Everything's so donked up. Okay, yeah, it's like I have to do the corner pieces for this one. They should be exactly the same, like, size. So why are they messing up? Like, what's going on over here that's allowing this to actually work? Oh, did I snap these pieces wrong? Is that what happened? Is that why it wasn't lining up properly too? Because they were borked? That's exactly what it was. Okay, hold on, let's take our trim back out of here then. Okay, hopefully I shouldn't have to do much else with the trim that way. That might be just enough to do the fixin'. Close enough, right? It's probably not exactly perfect, but it should be symmetrical. Pretty symmetrical. Pretty symmetrical. Mostly symmetrical. I don't know. I think it looks fine. It's probably fine. I'm gonna tell myself it's fine. Let's just say that it's fine. And if it's fine, then it's fine. I really should consider starting to just snack on the honey. We're building up quite a bit of it. I don't know. While I'm doing these projects, right? We want like renewable foods. I kind of went through the carrots though a little bit faster than I thought I was going to. Like I kind of feel like I have to replant all of these as carrot seeds. And we need enriched soil for that. Yeah, so like replanting crops is actually kind of not the easiest thing in the world in this version. Or in this mod pack. I don't know, maybe we'll get a lot of enriched soil and stuff later. Surprise sneeze. Yeah, I don't want to burn through all of my enriched soil just yet. Hi there, Amanda. Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Where did we have flint? Oh, fun. I'm doing okay. I'm on the, well, yeah, I'm doing okay. Having some fun, just relaxing and doing some base building. With some fun mods and stuff like that. Now the question is do I want to replicate this on this side? Or do I want to just fill this in? Kind of leaning towards just filling this in. Maybe I could do these side windows, maybe like one up or something, and do this pattern as well. I don't hate that. But I think we're gonna have a bunch of enemies coming in from the Black Forest on this side, so we probably want to cover up a bunch of this wall so that we can't be seen while we're inside. Probably. The doggos be barking again. Always barking. Barking at something. No, it'd be this piece, right? Yeah, there we go. See, this is what I was worried about. You got somebody coming in here and he's like, hey, what are you doing in there? Oh, okay, this is cool. I like this. Alright, let's do these wood shutters. We need more nails. We also need more... Oh, kinda forgot about railings. Missed a few railings. What do we need for wood nails? I totally don't remember. Apparently we need the workbench, not the construction bench. Just wood. Alright, good. Easy peasy. The house is coming together though. Looking pretty nice. I wonder if that's the little bear cub that's been hanging out around here. Wonder if it finally grew up. Come on, Yogi. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. It's kind of funny because yesterday, I ended up seeing like a couple of different Emperor's New Groove pictures, and then there's like the one right after Kronk knocks out Cusco right after they turn him into a llama, and she's like, you need to take him out of town and finish the job. And like I could just, you know, like I just have that movie so embedded in my brain that I was able to just like read it in Yzma's tone and Kronk's tone. It's like, yep, it's just core now. It's part of my brain forever. Something went funky here. But what about coffee? Oh, very well, a quick cup of coffee. Then take him out of town and finish the job! Emperor's New Groove is great. Okay, so I guess as long as we're snapping to the correct piece, that kind of fits in there pretty well. And now we can look outside if we want to. Just in case. Which actually kind of makes me wonder, somewhere on the... Well, there was a wood shutter. Oh, that's the piece I was looking for earlier. That's what I was thinking of putting in that spot of initially, is that 2x1 wood wall that isn't normally in the game. Okay, yeah, that's the wood shutter. These pieces are so weird. Like they're interesting and cool, but they're weird. I like them, but it's like, what would I use this for? I don't know. Somebody designed them with something in mind. I just guess I can't see it. Anyways, Oh, these would be cool in here too, actually. What if we just... Need some straw thread. Yeah, what if we just put them in there? I was thinking that it was a little plain Jane in the middle there. Needed a little something something. I don't think we actually have any straw thread made right now. So we need 4. There we go. Archery is not on point for me today. It's too bad that these don't open like an actual window. That would have been really cool. That's okay though. Alright, and then we'll give this a little bit of a frame. Did that on this wall too. Yeah. Right. Yeah, right there at the 4 meter. Must have started right there, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks kind of nice. Well, nice enough for the back wall that we're probably not going to be using for too much, but I think it's fine. Okay, so then. Our house is actually finally enclosed. We got like a nice little window system going on here. Good stuff. Alright, let's check on lighting. What do we got? Sconces are copper and resin. It's always back to copper, isn't it? I think it's normally bronze in vanilla though, so it might be cheaper than in vanilla. And bronze isn't as bad to get, I think. Our inventory just filled up with like so much random stuff. And okay, so I think this rotten meats. This is rotten meat, right? Yeah, rotten meat. I think we can take that. Yeah, and we can put that in the composter. Yeah, more enriched soil. I mean, can we take raw meat scraps and put them in there? Nope, I guess it has to be the rotten stuff. Unfortunate. Do we have a stack of puke berries somewhere? Those would be nice to throw in there. We normally end up with so many of those. Not much to do with them, right? Not actually sure. Oh, I have 15 enriched soil over here too. Okay, good to know. I know we kind of like went through the list of stuff that could be composted before, but I don't really remember what was in it. I wonder what we're supposed to do with these like old broken swords. Alright, let's save my other carrot soups and we're just gonna crunch on some honey for right now. Not what I meant to do. There we go. I'm still a little disorganized here, folks. Don't mind me. Still no apples for this apple tree. And we can't pick these ones yet either. So those take like many, many days to do their thing. Is that a tree or an animal? It's a tree. I'm gonna go chop it down so it stops confusing me. Well, tree stump. Yeah. Yep, and we still have this whole smoke filtration system to worry about. I wonder if I can just pick those up from the other side of the wall. I don't think that there's enough space to like wedge back there. Also, what happened here? Did I do that on purpose? I don't think so, right? I hadn't noticed that before. It's all good on this side. Okay, so somehow I just kind of worked that up. Ah, cool. Did pull those from that side. Okay. Okay, so eventual plan is I think I want to expand from this side. I think we'll basically take this window area here. This will become a doorway. And then that'll lead out to where we probably want to flatten more of this out. And we'll start working on our storage system. And that's going to be like a whole process, so... Well, it is something we just need to get done eventually, right? I don't know exactly how much we can get of it done today, though. I do want to mine copper, too. That way we can start getting, like, the sconces and stuff in. We can work on that next time, though, maybe. So, yeah, let's start trying to expand this out a little bit, I suppose. I don't know exactly like what shape I want this to be. I know that I plan to put all the workbenches and stuff in here, and so we're gonna have to have something like we're gonna have to have kind of our actual storage boxes and stuff like kind of central, so that all the workbenches can reach them, or they can reach all the workbenches, however you want to put it. So it's gonna be a little bit weird. I don't know, maybe we can do something like an overhead shelving system? I don't know. I don't know what's like the best way to get all the boxes in here. Boxes for storing stuff, but then also be able to kind of maneuver around the area really easily. Hey, let's get some wood out and we can do some marking or something. So like, it's our entrance, right? Let's just try to visualize this a little bit. Something like that. So then we come out here, and this opens up. So then We want it to be something along the lines of like maybe a little bit further out then, and then we can do like a workbench there. Some sort of a workbench here. Workbench there. Workbench there. Upgrades behind them. Maybe not too cramped and crowded. So then something like up top here. Not quite like that, but maybe something like that. I feel like barrels would be really good for a storage system that's kind of intended to be like this. Where it's like maybe we have like, well, we probably won't have pillars that reach down to the floor, but we can have a small pillar or something, right, that falls off the ceiling, and that's like what holds that up. And I guess that we could even line them up over the workbenches, right? Something like that. But then that way we can line the whole wall, I guess? I'm probably making this more complicated than it needs to be. I guess it wouldn't be against the wall anyways, right? Because we need the extra space in the back for upgrades and stuff. So then maybe what we need is for the workstations to end up having like cubbies. Okay, that's weird. I thought that's the piece that I broke there. I'm not actually sure what I broke now. Whatever. But yeah, so then they can maybe have like little cubbies that have all of their upgrades in them, and they open up, you know, kind of on the front or something. We could do what we did in like the first vanilla playthrough. Hey, Logar. Well, it seemed like a lot of people liked the bow run, and honestly the bow run was really fun. Not having ranged on some of the other playthroughs was a little bit harsh. So if you wanted to do like just a singular weapon, but not like totally, you know, like gimp yourself, then I'd probably recommend doing bows if you like archery at all. The bow only run was definitely really fun, and I didn't feel like weak at any point in the game. At the same time though, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, I don't think that the bows necessarily accomplishes that super hard. Yeah, basically. So you get to play a lot of like the kiting game. I feel like it also kind of depends on like what, if you're playing vanilla or modded, because in modded, you know, with more enemies, it's a little bit easier to get swarmed sometimes. It's not very... You only really get swarmed by great orbs, or maybe foolings sometimes. Like, you get swarmed sometimes in vanilla, but you gotta play modded. Yeah, so it just depends on if you're adding in extra enemies or not. But that can be fun in its own right too, right? Kind of navigating chaotic battlefields. Yeah, mage is really strong. Kind of feel like magic kind of the way it's designed into the game, it's a little bit busted. Just by its basic nature. I feel like it only really kind of falls off a little bit once you get into like the Ashlands, but I mean, even then it's like once you kind of get the right stuff together, it's still really good. Yeah, that can kind of come down to just drive and interest in a playstyle, I suppose. But I feel like it's a little bit more about the game than the weaponry in that scenario. Oh, you know what? The other way that we could deal with this, now that I'm thinking about it, the other thing we could do is we could dig. We could do a little basement area and put chests and stuff down there, and then... Okay, hold on. That reminds me. I need to do testing. I meant to actually do this like off stream, but I guess it works on stream. I'm not actually sure how like the reaching works with crafting from chests. So for instance here, okay. We have no actual wood in our inventory, right? So if I go too far away from the box, so right here, I can't craft in the box. This is about the range. Does that range still work upstairs? Or is it like diagonal? Okay, so it kind of feels like it's... Okay, so it feels like it's probably the same way that workbenches work, where they're infinitely diagonal, not diagonal, sorry, vertical. They have infinite vertical range, but limited horizontal range. So me being in range here, it wouldn't matter if I was literally up on like top of the roof, right? I'd still be able to craft from that box, presumably, and go up there and figure that out. And of course we get a raid. Okay, no, there is definitely a horizontal range of some variety. I see. Okay. It's a spear, okay. That makes some amount of sense. Oh, what? We can get bears and igloo raids? It's interesting. Yep, you sure did see a stag attack me. Yeah, the Balrond's Amazing Nature pack is pretty cool. Has some cool stuff in it. I haven't actually gotten to explore too deep into the the Black Forest yet, but I mean, there's like a bunch of different like added enemies in the meadows. We've seen a couple. We've seen a couple in the Black Forest. Like there's Grey Dwarf beekeepers that throw bees at you, and there's like a half shaman, half brute Grey Dwarf. There's also like a Grey Dwarf like vine summoner. Yeah, I like the Transmog mod. Like, I don't hate this helmet, but I really dislike how it makes like our hair disappear. So it looks a little silly to me. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna hide it. Or if we find like a cooler helmet, and you know, like if we outgrow it or something, then we don't have to lose the fit, you know. But okay, so the main reason I wanted to test that and try to figure out like what the range stuff was is I was thinking we could do like a basement type thing with the stuff, but if they're still not going to be able to reach like the workbenches because we only have a limited amount of range, then that's still not really going to work, right? So probably have to do something with our boxes centralized and the workbenches all around them, but we need the work. So for example, if we have a workbench that's over on this side, we're gonna need it to be able to reach, you know, whatever boxes that we have over on this side of the room, right? So it definitely does make the overhead storage idea a little bit better. We just might have to kind of pack things in a little bit more tightly. Just place more workbenches. Except that doesn't work when you have to do all the upgrades for them too. Because then it's like, oh, I have this forge, and I have this other forge, and then I have 7 upgrades for both forges. That's too much. Plus that takes up so much space. I do want the cake and to eat it too. What's the point of making a cake if you can't eat it? By the way, anybody who likes like lemon flavored snacks and stuff, I encourage you, if you have not, to try lemon cake. Lemon cake, or even just cake with lemon icing. It's good stuff. This is where I quote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? Even I am edible, but that would be considered cannibalism. It is frowned upon in most societies. I mean, I don't think there's any like individual words that would trigger that there, so yeah. How does our inventory just like keep filling up so fast with so much junk? Alright, I like this shape as I like this as a start. I actually really like this big wood floor. Like, this is a really nice floor, in my opinion. It has like a really nice texture to it. Unsure if they're worth it. Like, I don't know if they're cost efficient as far as materials go, but it's just it's just wood, right? So the other problem is I have no idea how many benches we're gonna end up with. We might end up with a lot of benches. I'm a little concerned about how many different crafting stations we're gonna have in the end game. It's also possible that maybe we could just try to... Wait, what happened to our trees? No! Did we lose them in the raid? Are you kidding me? I'm devastated. Why did they leave this one alone? I guess I should have never broken this fence down. That's tragic. We were so close to having some more apples. I mean, we have more apple seeds, so it's not the end of the world, but feels a little bad losing mats like that. Well, we kind of already murked all of them, but yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with this tree here, or like if I'm supposed to do anything special. It might literally be that like you get like one apple harvest and then you're supposed to cut the tree down and replant it. I don't have that sort of vengeful spirit in me. At least not usually. Alright, so we are definitely going to need to fence in our produce and stuff very, very much better than we were doing. I think that part of the problem was that I didn't want to make a super crazy fence because like some of the like these walls here, they take the work. No, it wasn't the workbench. Was there a different wall that I wanted to use? I feel like there's a different wall I wanted to use originally, but I needed a construction bench. Oh yeah, I wanted to do these plot fences, but we need the construction bench, and because I moved it up to the house, I don't have access to it right now. Yeah, the actual mod name is misspelled. I remember I put it in correctly and I was like, wait, why doesn't that look right? And I went and double checked, and the actual mod is misspelled. That's why it's misspelled in there. I was a little tickled that the mod uploader misspelled it, but you know. Stag trophy. I guess we'll just shove that in the composter. That'll help us regrow one of the trees we lost, I guess. Eventually. Okay, I need carved wood and straw thread. I'm just gonna make another bench for out here so I can make walls and stuff. I guess let me double check that. A-R-S-E-N-A-L, arsenal. Pretty sure that's not how you spell arsenal, but... Oh. Maybe I also misspelled it. Okay, fair enough. I added an extra E. That's on me. Right? A-R-S-E-N-A-L. Okay, yeah. I misspelled it while trying to misspell it. Guess I can go back and fix the other ones that are misspelled too. I think that's only been in the mod pack for... Wait, what? Okay, that's weird. Yeah, so like 2 videos ago, it is spelled properly in the video details in the description. So somehow, some way, even though like my OBS saves like my last description, like my last entry, and I didn't, as far as I'm aware, I didn't change any of that. Somehow an extra E got added in there at some point. I don't really know how that happened. Unless I had to like manually add it in 2 videos in 2 streams in a row. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure, honestly. Okay, we need carved wood. I think we have 5 outside. It's more efficient to make it here. Oh, well that's just gonna make all that we need, so whatever. Alright, now where are those plot fences? Kinda chose myself a weird angle for this, didn't I? C'est la vie. Yeah, that kind of works. Oh, nice, they just snap on top of each other. That's beautiful. I was wondering if I could stack these, like, so I could get a little bit more, you know, height on them. So it's really nice that they actually just snap onto each other like this. That's really convenient. That's silly. This is so borked. Alright, well, whatever. I don't have my cultivator on me. I might put it on the docket. It's gonna be a good long while before I finish Balrond Amazing Nature here. I kind of mentioned it at the start of the stream, but I've been having a few health issues and stuff, and I was actually in the hospital like this past week. So I'm gonna be doing kind of shorter streams for a good little while. Oh, I just mean like before I get to like the next mod pack or anything like that. Like streams are gonna be really short, so. I got a colon infection. Probably from not exercising very well, being a little bit or not a little bit, but being overweight and, you know, not being active enough. So. Yeah, that was not good. Okay, hopefully that's enough room, or not enough room for enemies to kind of squeak past. Well, I think it goes a little bit further than that, but yeah. I normally, like, before, I would normally spend, you know, like 10 plus hours a day or so, you know, like at my computer, so I need to spend more time being active and exercising and all that good stuff. Yeah, Tuesdays kind of pop off sometimes. It feels like, I feel like Tuesday is kind of the day that like is a little bit more popular than other days. Alright, it's not the prettiest thing, but we have ourselves a fence. Or a little enclosure here for our trees. So let's try to get those replanted. You know what, I think that our apple seeds are in the house. Well, I feel like a lot of people that watch Valheim content like to just kind of chill and play Valheim and listen while they whistle while they work. Listen while they play. Nothing wrong with that. Right, seeds are over here. Just whistle while you work. Do 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 do. Hey, look, a bear. Come here, Yogi. Yogi Bears are no match anymore. Probably not. I tend to kind of lean away from drama-y things if I can help it. There do be a lot of crazy things going on out in the world right now, though, that I am being made aware of, even if I don't want to be. True, I am not fun. I am not the fun guy at parties. I'm the, you know, the sad guy with the party hat in the corner, being like, these guys don't know that these guys don't know I play Valheim. Well, I got invited to parties with my friend group a long time ago. It's been a very long time since I was invited to anything, though. I kind of live like not so close to my friends anymore, so my real life friends. Yeah, they don't know I have almost 3,000 hours in Valheim. Honestly though, not that big of a deal. Not getting invited to parties and stuff. I'm not really much of a party goer anyways. Social gatherings are a little awkward. Something social anxiety is something you live with. Alright, trees are replanted. We have a bit of a fencing thing going on over here. I'll probably end up making a better looking one. Kind of just put this in temporarily, but I want to get these, you know, like growing sections actually, you know, fleshed out at some point, and we'll have a bunch of other stuff, but we're gonna have to wait. It does really seem though like we're supposed to chop down these trees after they give their fruit and then replant them. Not really sure. Okay, so we started planning this section out. Definitely needs to be a little bit bigger. So we'll excavate that a little bit more. I think that'll be pretty good. So then we'll figure out exactly how we want to do all the spacing and whatnot next time, which will hopefully be Thursday. Hopefully we'll be back on track for getting back on regular schedule, provided that I don't wind up going back to the hospital. I think it's part of Balrond's Amazing Nature, but it could be from... But it could be. But I think that the SearsCatalog is just for the ability to scroll when you have too many building pieces in one section. So you can scroll with the scroll wheel here. But I'm not 100% sure. It's been a little while since I was looking at the mods. There's more mint that I want to grab over here. But yeah, we'll be wrapping this up here in a second. Just kind of wandering around and picking things up. VNEI. What's the wood floor called? Wood floor 4x4? Wood floor 4x4. Yeah, it's from Balrond Constructions. What, is Balrond Constructions not compatible with something else that you're using there, Logar? I see. It's a little unfortunate. Well, I guess it's more than a little unfortunate, but, you know. Yes, I have been a fan of Pokemon since first generation. I haven't played Cobblemon. I've played a little bit of Pixelmon. That's like kind of something that's on the back burner. I'm a little interested in it, but I haven't gotten quite around to it yet. So might be a thing I do in the future. Kind of the future of what I want to do here on the channel is a little up in the air, to be honest. Like, I kind of want to do a Pal World run. I might like retouch on like Enshrouded and stream that. So, well, I don't know. People do like the Valheim, so. And a couple other times that I tried to play other games, it wasn't really well received. So, but those were, you know, like Shadowverse and Diablo 4. So. That's good. I've been looking forward to it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because I was still, you know, kind of tossing the idea back and forth of streaming it. So I wanted to keep the Terraria stuff, you know, nice and fresh. Or blind. I wanted to go into it blind if I was gonna, you know, stream it and stuff. So. Yeah, there's always more things to do before one passes off into the next state of existence. But yeah, that's so that's gonna do it for me for today, guys. Hopefully we'll continue this on Thursday and we'll get a little bit more progress done on our actual storage unit. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with that chimney, but we'll figure that out. Thank you, Lugar. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully we'll be back on track for doing Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. Like I said, probably going to be doing kind of more shorter streams, 2.5 hours probably, until I start feeling better and get a better like kind of life routine going. Still kind of trying to work things out. But beyond that, I hope that you guys had fun and enjoyed yourselves. Friendly reminder, if you'd be so inclined, maybe consider hitting the like and sub buttons. Other than that, hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday, and regardless of whether I do or not, I hope that you'll all have a wonderful rest of your day and or evening, depending on where you are in the world and where you're watching. I hope that you'll spread love and kindness wherever you go, and yeah, you all just have a good one. And, you know, stay healthy, stay hydrated. So, until next time, have a good one, everybody. Gravy signing out. Meow.